Hey Best Pally, I'm Allie, and this is precisely what I'll be eating for the next 10 days. This is Soylent. If you haven't heard of it, it's a meal replacement drink. Apparently we're living in a post-food world, and you don't have to have a delicious burger. You can just sip on this. People that make it say that you can just have Soylent and be perfectly healthy. So I'm gonna find out by only drinking this for 10 days. Why do I feel like this is gonna be a lot of filming from the toilet? You guys probably already know that I do a lot of fitness things, so I track exactly what I put into my body. So I know that I'm going to need exactly 37.5 bottles over the course of 10 days, unless I do like a 2-a-day workout, or I stop working out because my body's like, the f are you doing? No, stop. Just chilling my first few meals. All right, great. I haven't actually tasted Soylent yet, so just at this moment, I'm now regretting not doing that before committing to tasting only Soylent for 10 days. Now's a great time to talk about another concern. There's a social aspect to eating, right? So I'm not gonna be going out for meals. Though today I got invited to a potluck, so I have in my backpack a cooler. I guess I will be contributing Soylent to this party. Ah, son of a... It already smells good. Hi, they're grilling. Just gonna sit here and smell it, I guess. I'm explaining to them that I'm starting Soylent. Okay, Soylent, it's a meal replacement drink. He makes food videos, so he probably would appreciate, like, you know, chewing and swallowing things versus just...
That's when you have time for that?
Yeah.
We make YouTube videos, we don't have time for chewing.
Right. Bringing my lunchbox to a party. Cool. Okay, here we go. It's not bad. It's kind of chalky. It's sweeter than I thought it would be. Oh, I didn't even look at it.
That wasn't a... Oh. No, do you want a close-up of that?
Maybe not. No, I'm just not gonna look at it for 10 days. Yeah. Oh.
I want to try it out.
Come on.
This is your dinner.
It is.
I don't like your face that you make after you drink.
Nope.
Are you good?
Try the chocolate. I think it's really sweet.
Allie, I'm going to try it.
Go.
This one's sweet.
Oh, so that one's not. What do you think?
Horrible.
What's the food you think? Really? Not horrible. All right.
It's kind of like a protein shake.
Yeah, I think it's secretly just Slim Fast in like a cooler bottle. And put them in there.
It's super chocolatey.
What is the flavor?
I mean, like, not chocolatey, coffee.
Is that Soylent?
Yeah. Oh, wow, that tastes just...
Right,
It's like coffee.
Can I try that one?
I like it. I'm into it. Day one, first bottle. I like it. I just did a CrossFit workout, so now's the perfect time to talk about another one of my concerns. For my non-fitness fanatics out there, keeping track of not only how many calories you take in, but how much carbs, fat, and protein is in those calories is known as tracking your macros. And I do that maybe because I'm a meathead. So what I figure out works for me is that on a day when I work out, I want my protein to be 33% of my calories, my carbs to be 33% of my calories, and my fat to be 34%. Now, there are different schools of thought on this, but I've just sort of tweaked until I got to what I wanted and what my body said was like, yeah, this is dope. On a day when I don't work out, I still keep 33% of my calories as protein. And then my carbs are at 20% and my fat is at 47%. So I really up the amount of fat that I'm having if I'm not training. Now what Soylent is made up of is 20% protein, 33% carbohydrates, and 47% fat. So that's fine if I'm not training, maybe, because this protein's a little low for me. It makes me nervous. I'm worried I'm gonna, you know, lose my gains. But then on a day like today, I'm very nervous about it. And again, protein's not where it should be. And that fat, ugh. I mean, well, I'm still looking forward to drinking this. Like, it just worked out. I'm starving. Why am I talking to you? Oh yeah. This is how you beast mode drink a Soylent. Well, day 2, and I'm absolutely regretting this already. I'm starving, and I'm tired. I want to take a nap right now. I don't understand. I mean, I've broken up the day into like number of hours and number of bottles I'm supposed to have, so I didn't just chug them all in the morning, because I absolutely wanted to. I did have extra after my workout because I was like super tired, and it didn't help. I feel like I've not eaten anything today. I mean, I guess technically I haven't. I could chalk this up to the fact that I haven't chewed anything. You know what? I am super into masticating. Please Google it before you leave a YouTube comment. Seriously, I hate our culture's obsession right now with juicing. You know, just like chewing isn't really trendy, so... Chewing activates your hypothalamus, which makes you less hungry. People think that they're being healthy by throwing a bunch of stuff in a blender, like it's not processed. Putting something in a food processor is processing. It's not good for you. So I doubt it's just the chewing problem, but like, I've had an equal number of calories as I would have on a normal day, but I feel like I've had nothing. So I'm a little concerned that this is just gonna be 10 days of me being hungry. I was feeling kind of weak this morning lifting. So there are standard barbells, which are 45 pounds, and then there are girl bars, which is a sexist term, by the way, and they're 35. And I grabbed the usual girl bar and was like, wait, did I get a dude bar? So I don't know if that's because of the Soylent. There are too many variables right now, so I guess give me a few more, way too many more days. My stomach's been like talking to me now today, kind of making some noise, like, hey, what are you putting in me? Gas is happening. No, seriously, it's been a decent amount. They don't like taste bad or anything. I'm at my buddy Max No Sleeve's house and we're about to shoot a video about beer. So this is a great time to discuss this. When I first started this experiment, I was like, I'll probably cut out alcohol too. But then I realized, well, one, I drink a lot of alcohol. I feel like this video would end up being just 10 days of my experience without alcohol, which is not the focus. So I'm gonna keep everything the same. I've still been working out the same, eating at the same times and the same amount. It's just not been eating, it's been sucking down Soylent. And I'm gonna keep the alcohol going as I usually would too. Another reason I'm keeping the alcohol going is because a ton of people have actually already done this test, and for much longer, like months at a time, they've just only had Soylent. But no one yet has seen what it's like to be drunk and on Soylent. So here's where I'll stand out, because in a post-food world, we're still gonna have alcohol. So somebody's gotta test what it's like to live your life on Soylent and, you know, still get wasted. And I'd like to point out that these 4 beers are equal to this one Soylent. You are looking at an equal number of calories. Same energy in these 4 bottles and this one bottle. Well, I survived having alcohol and Soylent. And though I wasn't drinking to excess, I actually have a breathalyzer and I didn't go over the legal limit. But this morning I kind of did have a headache, which is super rare for me, drinking or not. So I don't know, maybe it's because there was no solid food in me. I've got an acting class now and it's from 7 to 10 p.m. That's prime dining time. What am I supposed to do, pack a dinner? Oh, wait. I know I've been speaking a lot about my concerns and possibly making fun of Soylent a bit. But honestly, there's so much good about it, and I would love to talk about that. For one thing, I'm gonna drink this in my class. It took 0 effort to get this here, and 0 effort planning. I'm all about 0 effort. Thanks for that. This is not sponsored, by the way. I'm literally just drinking Soylent for that. It's my friend's birthday party, and so I guess I'm drinking Soylent at this party. I told you I drink a lot. Let's test out the drinking to excess that I didn't do yesterday. Just having some dinner at this party. I feel like I can improve this. This is Chess, by the way. Are you helping me out? This is happening. Also not sponsored. Was that a shot? Was that a shot? What? No, okay. I'm trying to at least measure scientifically. Hey, I didn't watch that. What are you doing? That's gonna be horrendous. Oh my god, it's so good.
Is it good?
Oh my god. What do you think?
You can't even taste it.
Yeah, I know. Scary. That is now 600 calories though. Yeah. I don't even know if you can hear me here. But I came to the bar. Oh, I think filming's illegal. Filming's definitely illegal in this bar. So I snuck this camera in, and I also snuck in my Soylent. Because you definitely can't bring in outside alcohol and outside liquid food. Well, it's the next morning, results are in. I got pretty drunk last night, and I'm pretty fine. And it didn't matter that it was because I poured vodka into my dinner. I don't have a headache, I feel well rested. In general, I don't feel heavy effects from hangovers, but it's seeming for sure that the Soylent didn't make it worse. I'm thinking yesterday's headache maybe had nothing to do with the Soylent. I don't know, the scariest part is how good drunk Soylent tastes. Another thing I'm so surprised at is that I haven't been filming from the toilet this entire time. There was zero liquid Soylent that I had to deal with, which is super surprising, especially for my body. I've shot a video where I ate 51 oysters and the most eventful part was just crapping for the week following. That's generally what happens to me, but I'm fine. I'm not even using the bathroom right now. There was that burping for an afternoon, but that definitely went away. Again, it could have been not the Soylent, but I am certainly fine now. No gastrointestinal upset. I feel good. And I am looking forward to sipping on my breakfast, which is the perfect time to discuss another reason why I should be and am probably in love with Soylent. Because it's so easy and I don't have to think about it at all. Before I started the Soylent thing even, I ate the same breakfast every day. It's been 5 years since I've been eating same breakfast, which now has an Ali Same Breakfast Instagram where I take a picture of the same breakfast every morning and then people look at it. The cult following for my breakfast is a little weird and awesome. But the reasons why I do it are manyfold, and it's enough that I will put it in a separate video just to talk about the same breakfast. But I will say one of the reasons is because I don't want to spend any mental bandwidth on what am I gonna eat this morning. If I'm waking up being like, oh, is it eggs, is it French toast today? That's thought that could go into watching cat videos in the morning instead. So I got in the habit of eating the same thing, and it has absolutely streamlined my life towards awesomeness. And now, this drinking my dinner has just streamlined my entire day. It's fantastic. I've made it to day 6, and I'm not like wishing this was over, counting down the days till I can make dinner again. Gross. Which is not to say that I don't want this to be over, because I do, because I'm hungry. Soylent is not satiating to me the way that they said it would be. I'm worried that it's because I'm not getting enough protein. Generally, I will get 124 grams of protein a day, and with Soylent, I'm getting 75. Plus, it's soy protein, which supposedly is bad for you and messes up your hormones, and you're better off eating a different plant-based protein or like, you know, something that had a face. I do think I'm gonna find out that I lost weight on this diet, which wasn't my goal. I'm pretty sure that it will be muscle mass that I've lost. I mean, body by liquid food? Come on. Yesterday I actually did a 2-a-day, which was 2 workouts in one day. I did Olympic lifting and then a cardio CrossFit workout. You impressed? So because of that, I added extra Soylent. I was supposed to have another 300 calories then, which is 3/4 of a bottle. So after that workout, I was like ready to chug an entire case, and you know, here you go, 10.5 ounces. So my workout was fine energy-wise. I'm not like struggling there. So my body feels good, except for like my brain is like, pizza! So I'll try and counter that very heavy negative with another positive. Check out the dishes in my sink. Oh, like nothing. I got a measuring cup, so I know where 10.5 ounces is, and that's it. Oh, post-food world is pretty awesome here. Okay, well, maybe this will help. I'm trying to convince my body that I'm actually eating food. I did my morning workout. Stoked to drink this. Empty. I didn't work out yesterday, and I wasn't as hungry, so it was much more tolerable when I was just, you know, spending the day laying around and drinking. They say that Soylent is an adequate meal for the average person. What I'm learning is I'm not average. I've actually been thinking about a way to make my own Soylent concoction using other meal replacement shakes and mixing them to the perfect macros for my body depending upon what I do that day. Mad scientist, not average. Like, I mathed pretty hard on this, and I figured out that if I have 1,000 calories of Soylent and then 300 calories of Shakeology, which is like another Soylent but lots of protein and carbs in it, and then 200 calories of Quest, which another shake, which is also really heavy in protein. Anyway, if I mix all of those together throughout the day, that would be, I think, what would make my body feel awesome. Unless it's a rest day, then I would need 700 calories of Soylent, 450 calories of Quest, no Shakeology, and 360 calories of Bulletproof coffee, which I just made a video about. If you're like, what is that? What is she talking about? And that's actually what I've been missing the most throughout all of this is my coffee. Which leads me to, this has caffeine in it. So this is also something interesting because I know that I get exactly 450 milligrams of caffeine a day. You definitely think I'm crazy now. I'm surprised more people don't track their caffeine intake, but maybe it's just because I'm super sensitive. Can you tell that I had this earlier? I actually didn't even drink this whole bottle. I had 3/4 of it because I'm scared to finish all of it. It might make me nutso. I'm definitely not drinking the caffeine kind in the evening, so that sucks if I'm still hungry after dinner. Although I guess I could be just having this for the entire time, and then this would be a video about Allie not sleeping for 10 days. I am getting my hair cut today, and look how convenient, I brought some lunch. I seriously get my hair cut like once a year, probably less, and it just happens to be in the middle of this vlog. It's gonna seem like, wow, she's been on Soylent forever. Look at her before and after photos. Okay, here's the new look, which will probably be the biggest transformation that comes out of these 10 days. Does it go well with my Soylent swag? I feel like I'm wearing a wrapper on me as a product because you are what you eat. Seriously, it's day 7. I'm pretty sure I smell like Soylent now. And vodka, obviously. I saved a full 2 bottles for my last meal of the day, so we'll see if that fills me up. And yes, I am having dinner laying down, which was not possible when I was eating chicken with a fork, like a peasant from the past. And I did want to mention, see, I'm wearing a blanket right now. It's summer in LA. I shouldn't be cold, but dinner now makes me cold. I'm not used to drinking like cold drinks. I don't put ice in my water, and so when I drink Soylent at my meal, I like get chilly. That's odd. We're on day 8, and I'm struggling. 2 in a row last night didn't do anything. I was still hungry. I'm pretty sure that 3 wouldn't have done anything, or 4. I should just do one of my eating challenges with Soylent at the end of this and see how many I can finish in a sitting. The answer is infinity if the sitting was on a toilet. And I've got another issue. I'm pretty sure I'm getting a sore in the back of my mouth. Check it out. Can you see that right there? It's on that side. Okay, sorry, you were just in my mouth, YouTube. But I can feel it, and it burns more when I'm drinking this stuff. My guess is that there's like too much sweetener in this. Fake and real. I actually just made a video about how bad fake sweeteners are for you. I ranted about cutting them out of your diet, and now I just spent the last 8 days just pouring sucralose into me. But I'm doing this for you, internet pally. Human guinea pig committing to weird stuff so you don't have to. Speaking of weird, can we talk about the fact that it's named Soylent? Which is after Soylent Green, which is from a 70s movie and a 60s novel where it's a dystopian future and everyone's drinking Soylent, and you find out at the end, spoiler alert if you haven't caught it since 1974, that Soylent Green is made out of people. And that's what they chose to call it. The guy that invented this stuff, Rob Reinhardt, who, if you watch online, kinda seems like a evil genius villain, decided, hey, this would be a great idea. Let's name it after this cannibal reference. People will love it. You know who's really terrified of Rob Reinhardt? The napkin industry. He is single-handedly taking them down. No need to make a mess, just pour your food straight into your esophagus. Came to see a show at Second City tonight, and guess what? Turning it into dinner theater. My buddy Kelsey's here. The show was sold out, so now I'm at a restaurant with my dinner. I can't wait to watch you chew.
I feel like an asshole eating this in front of you.
No, it's fine. I chose this fate. I'm really okay. Don't feel bad. Enjoy. I'm just gonna live vicariously. Try it. No. It's too sweet though. It's like imagine Splenda being every meal. What do you think?
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the like after kick sweet taste is very sweet.
Is it gluten-free?
So that's what I've had for 8 days. That's been my life.
So are you on like the scale of like sane to absolutely bat crazy? Where are you?
Well,
I told you.
We need to speak about that I've started at bat crazy, so there's been no change. You just freeze my finger so it's more substantial. Wait! I now have a project for tomorrow. Okay, that was a decent amount of drinking last night. That was also my first experiment with having Soylent after alcohol. So I had like 5 drinks and then my dinner, and I woke up feeling like crap. Post-drinking Soylent I don't think is helpful. Your body metabolizes alcohol first, so it prioritizes that, and if you put Soylent in while you're drunk, it's just gonna get turned into fat and not really help you feel any better. At least that's what I experienced. But when I woke up feeling like crap this morning, I was like, ugh, pretty bummed about it. It's day 9 and I'm like, I don't want to do this any more days. I can't. And then I had a Soylent and I was like, yeah, this is awful. I feel awful. Oh my God. I feel great. Like it just hit me all at once, maybe 15 minutes after drinking one. I felt awesome. Post drinking, if you sleep and then you're hungover, I think Soylent's a good idea. Once I've completed this 10-day, probably stupid decision, I may just use Soylent as a next day recovery drink when I'm not having a Bloody Mary. Ruh-roh. I didn't plan ahead well enough and I haven't been eating same breakfast, so this is what Soylent did to my fridge. I do want to mention we were out because it was my friend's birthday last night and I was like, oh, I'll get her birthday cake shots. Did not think that through. Birthday cake shots are chocolatey and thick and super sweet. I just got everyone alcoholic Soylent. You know, my meal times are when I'll read, actually. I open an ebook and chow down for 20 minutes, multitasking, getting smarter. But now my meals take maybe 3 minutes. Soylent is making me less literate. Now I'm gonna execute on that genius drunk idea I had last night. Let's make some room for my Soylent. I'm just leaving a group meeting at the YouTube space. You know, one of those meetings where they get pizza and everyone eats it together. And you know they have salad that looks terrible and's been sitting out and no one wants it. Except me. I just need some roughage. And I'm now finishing up my 22 miles today. I'm gonna want more fuel than what's waiting for me. Actually, to be honest, I wouldn't have eaten that pizza anyway. I would have packed something that fit my macros. So it was easy to just throw a bottle in my bag. It's just that that bottle's not making me unhungry. It seems to be okay on rest days, honestly. It's pretty good. It's just that, you know, I bike too much. Ooh, it is dinner time. Is this gonna work? I'm pretty stoked about this. Although I will say, can we please not talk about what this resembles? Oh yeah! This looks amazing! I mean, ish. Comparatively. Guys, you know what I've been having all week. Dessert for dinner. Decent, except that I don't want dessert. It's been way too sweet for all these days. I actually went to 7-Eleven today to try and find the original flavor because I'm thinking it's not as sweet as the chocolate, but they didn't have it. But at least this is kind of substantial feeling, so hey, happy for the change up. It is the final day for Soylent, and let me tell you, I'm pretty happy about that. I thought maybe I'd get to day 10 and be like, I could keep this up. But no, I definitely want to eat. I actually haven't had any Soylent yet today. I do intermittent fasting, which I've kind of alluded to on Snapchat and maybe YouTube. I'm probably gonna make a bigger YouTube video about this separately, but I don't eat from 10 p.m. to 2 p.m. the next day. And I mean, I didn't want to change that because it'd be another variable, so I'm still fasting with Soylent, but then eating all my calories in that 8-hour window. I mean, drinking all my calories. How appropriate that I've got my Cookie Monster underwear on right now because I'm feeling ravenous. Actually, not cookies though, like something savory. I'm a burger monster right now. This has just been 10 days of sweetness. And before that, I had been on what was over 2 years of a sugar detox. So I've cut out all refined sugar and even fruit I barely eat except like if it's after a workout. Now that's not saying that I haven't had any sweetness for 2 years. Like every couple weeks I'll have a cheat and, you know, eat some cake or ice cream, or like on a holiday, get freaking nutso. I'll probably make another separate video about my sugar detox. But just know that like I used to crave sugar all of the dang time, and then when I got on the detox, I didn't want it anymore at all. And what I'm worried about with this Soylent is that I've been tasting sugar again and I'm just gonna be ravenous for cake again. So yeah, I will have had 490 ounces of sweetness, and I'm concerned that even though right now I want a savory meal, like I'm gonna have to retrain my body that the answer to happiness isn't just having Snickers all of the time. That's now like 3 videos that I've mentioned that I should make separately from this video. Well, I've already done the bulletproof coffee one and the one about fake sweeteners, so you can go watch those right now. If you wanna see the one about same breakfast and one about intermittent fasting and one about my sugar detox, then let me know in the comments and I will make those videos. I just wanted to keep this one focused on Soylent I've certainly been focused on Soylent emotionally and physically for the past 10 days of my life. Came to another networking event and they just brought this over. My friends showed up and I've been here entirely too long. I didn't pack enough meal replacement bottles. If I don't have Soylent, the only thing I can get wherever I am is alcohol. I need to illustrate another Soylent side effect. Did you hear that? You could just walk around and you hear your dinner. Okay, there was no glugging caught on film, but I swear it's happening in real life. This has been a lot of negative stuff in a row. I want to point out something really great about Soylent. This is like $3.99. It's even cheaper if you order online. It actually ends up being that I spend $11.58 a day living. That's all of my food budget that I need. That's insane. How dope! You know what's also dope? Me getting to actually eat something tomorrow. Guys, I did it. That was 10 days. It's over. I can now have anything but Soylent. And what am I having? Well, my first thing back is gonna be bulletproof coffee. I just spent 10 days having this thick brown liquid, and now I can finally have something else, and guess what I'm having? This thick brown liquid. Yeah, it's not sweet. That's great. By the way, I should mention, you guys probably guessed that Soylent didn't pay me to make this video because I've been pretty brutally honest the whole time. But I also want to mention that they didn't pay me either. I just really like Bulletproof that much. So this is not like secretly a sly Bulletproof ad. Although it is a huge endorsement of going on a sugar detox. Go watch the movie Fed Up. Okay, I just did a CrossFit workout, which means it's recovery time. I need some solid food. So what just gluttonous awful thing am I gonna have to finally break this challenge? Well, actually, I want some same breakfast. I'm not a chef. I've never cooked anything in my life, that's a fact. But it still is weird to like prepare food again. Like, I had to remember how to push buttons on my microwave, and what does this do? Waiting for my beans. Okay, I'm kind of joking, but not. That's like a really awesome feature of Soylent. If I was still having Soylent, I'd be eating already. Look at this gorgeous, unsweetened, voluminous amount of food. This is actually the same calories as a bottle of Soylent. I feel like my same breakfast is just like the solid food version of Soylent. I just posted a picture to my same breakfast Instagram for the first time in 10 days. I wonder if fans of my same breakfast were worried about it. Yes, it is go time. I'm gonna have some breakfast. Oh, it's warm. That's another thing. I've missed a hot meal. And salt. I've missed salt. Oh my god. This is so good. I still don't know if it was worth the time to prepare. Oh, but this is delicious. Yeah. Fiber. Max was so mad at me when I answered what was the first thing I was gonna have after Soylent. He's like, what's wrong with you? Get a burger. Wanna see me eat the beans? Cause I'm gonna. When I'm done filming this clip, I'm gonna watch it back to see myself eat while I eat. With like some weird self-food porn. Oh, this is so good. Hi, Kels. Hi. Remember when you ate nachos and I had to watch it happen while I drank Soylent?
I do remember, yeah.
Let's turn the table, shall we? How does it feel?
It feels not great.
It feels fantastic. What do you think? Not that bad, is it?
It's liquid. It tastes like a milkshake after you lift it out a little bit.
I intentionally brought her a warm one. So did I keep track of what it did to my body? Guys, you know if I'm measuring the caffeine that I consume, then of course I have a scale that does body weight, muscle mass, and body fat. But also it doesn't do a great job, and I don't think that 10 days is long enough to really track this. Otherwise I would have done a full body DEXA scan before and after. But anyway, here are the numbers. Before and after. Hoo-hoo! Look at my YouTubing graphics skills. So what does this mean? Well, I lost weight on Soylent, but it was clearly muscle mass, and I actually gained fat. Now some of you are gonna say it's because I was drinking alcohol, but no, I get drunk like that when I'm eating normally. So how do I feel about Soylent? It is not for me. Yet. It will be in like 2 seconds. Seriously, I love how this stuff tastes. But do not trust me, I have no standards. You saw what I get excited about for breakfast every morning. So what do I mean about yet? Well, I think we should not be afraid of engineering our food. Humans are awesome and we make some really dope stuff. We're just not there with Soylent. I would love to see Soylent without soy in it or fake sweeteners, and I want to be able to vary my macros. But I think we can get there. We can get to the point where there's a Soylent-like product that I can drink all the time and feel super dope. I do think there are people out there whose bodies will respond to this well. It's just that I'm somewhat of an anomaly when it comes to activity level. I showed you some of my exercising on here. If you want more of that, I'm on Instagram. But this might work for you. I don't know. You want to give it a try? Let me know how your 10 days go. I do think I want to experiment with making my own concoction out of like 4 different ingredients that I talked about. That's another video idea that came out of this vlog. Let me know in the comments if you want to see me do that and experiment with it for a long time. And then subscribe so you get to see when I do it. I'm also considering doing one of my eating challenges and seeing how many Soylents I can have in a sitting. Yikes. Oh, and I should mention coming off of it, I was fine too. Like, my body wasn't like, what, food again? All right, conclusion is, I love the concept of Soylent. It has a lot of great features. It's not there yet for me, but don't be afraid of the future. And thank you for joining me on this journey. Hey Best Pally, I'm Allie, and this is precisely what I ate for the past 10 days.